The reason I get fly is Ivan Jasper. I even keep your picture in my passport. Love, love.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be giving you guys a free lodging hack. So I do want to say that this hack is something that I have been doing for a while. It does require a little bit of work and it does require some money. However, you do get your money back. So let's go ahead and get into it. Last week we posted a video about our stay at Orange Lake Resort. That property was a Holiday Inn Club Vacations resort, and basically I'm going to tell you how we stay there for almost nothing. So some of you may have gotten this opportunity and didn't even know that what you were passing up. So I want to explain to you how I got the opportunity to lodge at the Orange Lake Resort. So when I was planning my trip to Paris, we actually were looking at a bunch of different hotels, and Holiday Inn was one of the hotels that we looked at for our stay in Paris. And when I called, their rates weren't as good as a hotel that I had already booked. So I passed up on booking the room. But before I hung up, the customer service agent asked me, did I want to stay on the line for a special offer because I was a VIP member for Holiday Inn. I had no clue that I was VIP, but I do know that I did sign up for Holiday Inn's membership program where you get points for your stays. So I told the lady that I would stay on the phone and listen. It never hurts to listen to any offers that are presented to you, especially when it's a reputable company. So I listened to the next young lady who proposed that I pay for a vacation later on down the line. Now that's how we got our vacation at the Orange Lake Resort. So it was an offer that was given to me just by calling in, trying to make a reservation. I didn't make the reservation for the trip that I had planned, but I did listen to the offer that they offered me. So this was the offer that was presented to me. It was a 3-night, 4-day stay at a resort of my choosing, which they gave me a list of all these places that were available for me to stay. And I would pay $199. Now that $199 had to be paid right then and there, but it would be reimbursed upon my stay at the hotel. And the way that it's reimbursed is they expect you to attend a 90-minute presentation about timeshares. So some of you may have heard about this, some of you may have not. If you have heard about it, the presentations aren't that boring. I go just to see how different one is from another. At this point, I've probably been to 10 different timeshare presentations, and all the rewards have been different based on what company it is that's offering the presentation or the timeshare. So even though I didn't need the trip right then and there, I decided to go ahead and take the offer and save the trip for when I needed it. I always like to do little weekend getaways, so I knew that it would come in handy at some point. I had 12 months to book the vacation from the time that I purchased it. So I held on to it, and I actually just recently graduated. So it was the perfect opportunity. My graduation was in Florida, in Orlando, which was one of the locations of the resorts that was available to me. So I called in to the reservation number and I checked to see if the weekend that I was requesting was available. Thankfully, it was. And when I called, I also checked for upgrades. With these kind of offers, you always kind of want to make sure you check and see if they have any upgrades available. Usually these offers that they give you are for a hotel style room where it's like 2 beds to a room. But if you ask for an upgrade, sometimes you can get a 1-bedroom villa or you can get a 2-bedroom villa. It just depends on how much you're willing to spend if you want to upgrade. So if you wanted this offer to be completely free, you would not ask for any upgrades. If you're okay with spending a little bit of money, then you ask for upgrade. Because I was going on a trip with other people, I decided to ask about their upgrades. One of the offers that they gave me was the Orange Lake Resort, which was a 2-bedroom villa that could sleep up to 8 people. You can check out our video. We did a review on our stay at the Orange Lake Resort if you want to see exactly what our room looked like when we stayed there. So as I mentioned, I do this all the time. Me and my mother, we both will accept a timeshare presentation offer, and we use it whenever we're ready to take a quick little mini vacation getaway. These vacation offers are normally in destination areas. So with these timeshare presentations, these are just a few of the places that I've been to. There's a lot more options available, but these are some of the places that I've been. I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to New Orleans, I've been to Orlando, my mom's been to New York. Myrtle Beach is another popular destination that they usually offer. There are so many destinations that I can't even think of that are available to you, but if some of the ones that I mentioned to you pique your interest, I would definitely say to be looking out for those opportunities. So the way that you find the opportunities, they really sometimes just find you. That's just how it works. But I would say pay attention to Instagram ads. I have seen a lot of those timeshare presentations pop up. It'll usually say, stay here for $99. And usually anytime a hotel or a brand is offering you to stay somewhere that seems really cheap, that's usually what they want. They want you to come visit their property so they can try to sell you something. A lot of times when you call in to make a reservation for a hotel and they will tell you to stay on the line for a special offer, just stay on the line, listen to it. It doesn't make you have to buy that offer at that time. If it sounds good, believe me, if you just listen to it, they put you on a list. And so maybe if you don't have the money right then, and maybe you'll have it later when they call back another time. I've even had these offered to me while I was on vacation. When we went to Hawaii a few years ago, we had all of our plans get canceled due to weather. And we were just standing outside of our hotel because we were trying to figure out what we were going to do next since our tour got canceled. And this lady walked by and she said, hey, do you want to make $200? So we actually went to a timeshare presentation. They drove us there, provided the transportation. They actually provided a meal to us, and they paid us $200 to sit there for an hour and a half for us to tell them no, that we weren't interested in their timeshare presentation. But we made $200 while on vacation. So simple as that. So just make sure that you pay attention to offers that could be presented to you. Now, there are often requirements to be eligible for these timeshare presentations. You definitely have to be 25 years of age or older. You definitely have to have an income of, usually it's 50,000 or more. This all depends on the brand and the company of timeshare that you go to. Some of them are a little less, some of them are a little more, but they do all have an income requirement. They also require you to have a credit card so that you can, like with all other hotels, put incidentals on a hold on your card. So just as a review, like I said, most of these offers, they range in prices. Some of them will be $99, some of them will be $199. It really just depends on the company or the brand. A lot of times those amounts are reimbursed to you once you visit the timeshare and go through the presentation for the full time. That time usually is 90 minutes. I would say be really stern. Like, if you know you're not interested in the timeshare, listen for the allotted amount of time. And once they're done with their presentation, say no and leave. Almost every offer that we've accepted, we always ask for upgrades, and we always get the upgrades. So if the cost of the package is $199 and they tell you you can upgrade for $440, then you get $299 back. That means you only paid $240 for your 3-night, 4-day stay. That means your stay would have totaled to about $60 a day, which is not bad, especially because you're not staying in a regular hotel. You're staying in a resort. So you have amenities that aren't available to you in a regular hotel. Like the villa that we stayed in at Orange Lake, it had a full kitchen, a dining room, a living room, a patio, and there were 2 separate bedrooms from each other with 2 bathrooms. So even though you're paying maybe what you would pay at a hotel, you're getting luxury accommodations for little to nothing. Most of these brands encourage you to bring friends and family. So make it a group trip, have fun, and you can split the price of the room. So if it's $440 for you to upgrade and you bring 3 other people with you, that's $110 a piece. Like, most people can't stay anywhere for that cheap for a whole weekend. So and especially not in luxury accommodations. So definitely make sure you bring family and friends. If you do stay at a resort, I will warn you that most resorts have resort fees. This would be, even if you weren't on this presentation, you would still have resort fees. Usually they're somewhere on average around $60 for the entire stay, which isn't that big of a deal, especially if you decide not to upgrade and your stay is only free, then you're only paying those resort fees, which are $60. And just to help you keep your eyes out, I'm gonna tell you some reputable brands that you can look for that usually offer these timeshare. You have Blue Green Vacations, Hilton Grand Vacations, Marriott Vacations, Holiday Inn Club Vacations, Wyndham Vacations. Those are just a few. There's so many more out there. Definitely be careful because there are some companies that will scam you and take your money. So if you want to be safe, stick to some of the reputable brands. If you've heard of them before, then it's definitely okay to do it. If you haven't, I recommend doing some research. If they don't have a website, don't do it. Don't do it. And always ask what your options are. There have been a few times that we've signed up for some of these and we did some research and decided that we didn't want to go with that company, and we were able to call back and get a refund. So just do your research and you can get you a free vacation.